Stop chasing the money. Start changing how you see it. Why do most treat wealth as a formula for buying assets and cutting lattes? Because they see it as an accounting lesson rather than a psychological shift. What is the real lesson after 20 years? It is a fundamental rewrite of your perception, explaining why so many stay stuck despite reading every book. Why did the promise of leverage fail for most? Because they followed the steps without changing their soul, remaining trapped by the paycheck. What actually separates the wealthy from the crowd? Not secret knowledge or longer hours, but a deep internal shift. If it isn't about the money, what is the game? Money's just the scoreboard. The real game is how you perceive risk, value time, and who holds control. Why do most people trade limited hours for steady dollars? They call it safety, not realising the paycheck is a cage, not a shield. How do the wealthy break that cycle? They trade scalable value for freedom, building systems that produce while they sleep. How can two people use the same 24 hours so differently? Because they are playing two different games with entirely different rules. What does the first group ask? They ask how to get paid more per hour, tethering their worth to a corporate clock. And what does the second group ask? They ask how to own the hour itself, seeking equity to decouple income from presence. How does that single shift change your life? It transforms every decision you make from the moment you wake up. What exactly changes? Your learning, your spending, and your fears, turning a world of scarcity into a map of opportunities. Why does the crowd hesitate while the wealthy move? Most fear losing what they have. The wealthy fear standing still. Where does that lead them? To taking calculated swings and embracing volatility, because that is where growth lives. Why does the gap widen every year? Not because of luck, but because of the lens through which they see the world. What is this lens exactly? It is a philosophy of ownership applicable to any skill, market, or moment. So, what is the honest question for your next move? Does this build a scalable system, or does it just buy you a little more time? Subscribe to see more like this.